Good morning, everyone. Okay, good morning, Kun Chanawuth, for our guest speaker this morning. Okay, would you like to try to share your slide and adjust your audio and speakers? Okay.
Can you hear me, Ajahn Sini?
Oh, we're wearing in the same color this morning.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
Okay,
perfectly.
okay.
Yes, we see you. Okay, we see the the slide. Our participants, I already shared
Okay.
the slide this morning into the WhatsApp group. Okay, I heard from Kun Chanawuth that today he will give a lot of information for us. So we don't wait that long. So I think that we should start a little bit early this morning, not early, just like on time. Okay. Welcome everybody to our lecture this morning. The topic will be the data analysis in the hospital. Yesterday, our participants already know the basic about the data analysis, but today, Kun Chanawuth will give the case study and an example that the big data analysis applying in the hospital and in the biomedical engineering works. Okay, so I would give the stage to Kun Chanawuth ka.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much for invite me today, Ajahn Sini. And okay, show my slide. Okay, everybody, good morning again, and we have met again, and this time the topic is pretty excited, and I would like to build on the medical equipment from last week, and contents in today quite intense, but not too difficult because it's not technical. However, I will focus on the big picture and be able to in practice in your hospital. How many people in this class that now? Okay, 10 people. That's okay. Okay, go ahead. Topic of today we talking about big data analytics in hospital. So I would like to share basic of data analytics, but not so much. It's a little bit about when we say big data and why or what. When we say big data or small data or medium data, why and when. And basic data analytics management, not too much a principle, but a concept of work, and you can apply in realistic in your work. And machine learning, we say ML or AI. This topic we're talking about how to select ML or AI in your hospital. And after that, in a use case for hospital and AI about how to use AI in your hospital, because today AI have many types of AI, like generative AI. And after that, I would like to share my experience of powerful framework about data analytic canvas from my teacher, and then application of data analytics from patient journey. I going to explain after that what is patient journey and apply patient journey to a biomedical equipment. And we're going to use case, a realistic use case from my experience about multidisciplinary for other job in hospital, in healthcare field, and focus only medical equipment. And the last topic we're talking about how to break the ice of the data analytics. So this topic we're talking about when people say data analytics, many people fear and don't like some data or the look like of so how too many calculate is so difficult to first expression when you drive or put on data analytics. I talking about how to break the ice of data analytics. Okay, that's all content of today. And I would like to share my experience. Please follow up me on Medium. I have a page and some blog to my Medium as PUMPLAY01. I have share about a basic customer analytics in this Medium and my GitHub to basic customer analytics also. And you can follow me to channel. Okay, first of all, let's start about when we say big data analytics. I know yesterday teacher from our lecturer from Rangsit University told you already. So I would like to wrap up again to the catch up about why and when we say big data. In this picture, which type that you say big data? This here, here, or here? In the previous time in 1980, floppy disk is popular and everybody use a floppy disk, and the big size of the data maybe about 100 megabyte or not over. We call big data, but today everything is on cloud, 1 terabyte more over and over. And the concept of big data, we say in the concept put on 3V, compose, volume. I told you previously slide, and velocity and variety of data. And you can follow my teacher because he write a basic of the modern data analytics and write a textbook. You can go to the Amazon and bought it. Okay, because today the data have a lot of amount, and usually when we say big data, in general, the people starting about terabyte to petabyte. From my experience, I've managed the data flow in day about 5 megabyte per day. For 1 month over, we have the data a lot, so many. If you have a data in your hand or your organize on your hospital, for example, about 1 megabyte per day, you can analyze it. Yes, you can. You can analyze it. This one, yes, you can. But it's different. How to manage and how to blueprint of the analytics because different of scale. I'm going to expand a scale this one in the after that. And velocity. You know, today everything is so quickly, speed or user or nurse or doctor, and hurry. If you have a more over hurry, but your data is big also. How to manage that? The speed of the data is important. For example, you see on YouTube, on the Netflix, data flow is so a lot, and how to you organize or manage what is the data, and the data have a very type. For example, text in your organized or your medical equipment or your hospital, you have a text for the use analytic or image of a medical device, or some video when a nurse record a video what a device problem and send you from your on your platform, and structured data or unstructured data, and very different. Some hospital have a structured data both and unstructured data, but cannot analyze combine both data analyze. So a big data that is pitfall is not pain point, but it's some hidden layer you cannot see it, but I tell you from my experience. So I told you already, everything today is a volume, a lot of data, megabyte, terabyte, terabyte, for example. So, and you have a storage, more storage also, and where you server, where you are data center, where, how many size of data center. So your hospital director told you the data today is, for example, this one, 500 megabytes per day, and in 1 month, for example, where the data storage is so many and a big server, and you have money to invest a big server, and how do the scale? If you haven't enough a server, maybe the next bottle of the flow, and the next velocity, everyone say high speed, high speed. The big data also and high speed also. Your server is to high processing also. Sorry? Pardon, I cannot hear you.
I think that it's just like they unmuted the microphone
Oh.
unexpectedly. Yes. Okay. You can.
Okay. Sorry. And the next one, variety. Variety, this means your hospital have many types of data, and the type of the data is different to ingestion and different to compute. For example, you have a video, you have a text, you have Excel file like a CSV file, or you have a image, or the text like a picture archives computer system from the X-ray picture, and how to do combine all in your hospital. You have many type of data. This one is cost, money, and money. This is a pitfall when your hospital would like to digital transformation or data driven, but if you don't have enough of resource, it's difficult to going. Okay, please feel free to the answer with me and give me an example of what the data related in your hospital, or you organize in the concept of 3V in your hospital. If you're inconvenient to speak, you can type in the chat. About 1 or 2 minutes, you can type for discussing about what the data type in your hospital about concept 3V. So from my experience, only one hospital is not too big data. If you have hospital is a bit not over 10 or 20 years ago, not a big data. But if you're working on a public health in ministry or the hospital chain, so this type is probably about big data. And if you're working in some hospital and the age of a hospital is a bit more than 30 years, maybe you have a maybe big data. Okay, so the next topic, we get to basic data analytics management. It's not too difficult. Please focus on the big picture of a data analytics. Okay, the basic is about both topics. The first topic is ingestion. How to ingest of the data. And I told you already, and how to data store it, and how to process, and how to output, and what the value output you expected. We have a 4 type of output of data: describe, direct, and predictive or prescriptive. And this topic is a big problem in nowadays, because your data have a different type, and in hospital have many department, like for example, human resource department, accounting department, financial or marketing, and every department uses data. For the analytic management in hospital, every department should to share the data, but the data is not operability. We say interoperation of ability. The easy code, we say interop of data. And everything concept is so good, and your framework is so good, action is so good. What is your return? The project of data should be to measure and the return of the value. Okay, going to expand. This is a basic data flow concept. It's easy. Ingestion, storage, processing, and output. 4 step. Please remember that this is a basic. Every department, every job can understand. Okay, the detail of the ingestion. What type of information is your? If you are a biomedical engineer, you have a file or not? Where are database for biomedical device department store? Where you have a IoT or not? Like some sensor, some sensor from some equipment, or the data from machine, or some document like a service report, checklist, for example, and another app. How do you collect the data? And where does your information come from? From a nurse, for example, from the doctor, or the BME only? you should to define, and how urgent do you need the information. That means some data is not real time. Some data you can wait, maybe tomorrow or next week. It's okay. Like for example, a monthly KPI, it's not real time today, because if you need to more quickly, if you have a data of the real time, the cost of investment is so high also. Real time or batch. Batch is data for the big in the lot of batch. One time finished, one time and finished. So the real time is data like a streamline. Okay. And storage. Where do you store your data? You have a subdirectory of file. And what about security? Your data is security or not? Other department can access easily. Like for example, if housekeeper can access your data, it's security or not? And fault tolerant, so high or not? What does it mean, fault tolerant? That means if your storage to fault or broken or unoperated, what is second plan for your work? The data is fault because the storage your fault, not operating, not make the thing do activity is fail to. What about fault tolerance in your work? And this is so technical. I would like to wrap up and the processing. So the key of the data processing of the ordinary user is calculate value output and complexity of the data. For example, you need to know about turnaround time of the medical device when service is a formula of data of calculate is not so high. And if you need to the complexity of the data, complexity of the output, like many formula, many condition, multiply, divide, plus, minus, and multiply, or you take square root for many, it needs to resource to calculate. If your processing is not so high technology, it's difficult to execute of the output. And finally, the output of the basic of data analytics is the four types. So yesterday you learned already, but I would like to wrap up to the basic, very basic. The output of data is full maturity. The first step, if you write, you organize to the data analytics, you should to describe of the output. Descriptive of the output, you show the data one dimension. It's already also, for example, in this graph. Okay, this point is low. Okay, this point is so high. And what's happened today? This is one dimension. You know what happened low and what happened is so rising or decreasing. You know only what happened. And if you're expert in the future, your maturity about data analytics in diagnostic type, you should the two dimension of the data related, and why did this happen? For example, okay, this month the umbrella is so many sale in this month, and why? You have the data of weather. Okay, it's rated because it rained a lot of this month, and our umbrella sold a lot of this month. It's a 2-dimension. Take it easy in diagnostic like time and your output. For example, time, average time, a machine broken, for example. If you tell to your team about, okay, today is so high, and today is, oh, solar time is so good, it's not so high. This is descriptive type. But for example, you have two dimension related with visit number, for example. You can analyze, okay, oh, it's so high because today a number of visit like a patient income in your hospital is so related. Why and why? For example, the next step, if you're more expert, you can predict it. We say predictive type, and what may or what happened in the future. This graph is to see this type is the historical data, is the actual data. Actual data. And this type on the right side is predicted or forecasting. So in this graph, you have a lot of experience, you have a lot of analytic use case, and you have you should use machine learning for the predicted, and this line is normal situation, and upper line that means bad situation, and lower line that means worst case situation. So you can imagine with actual data forecast in the future. If the situation is normal, what about of a value? It's a bad case, bad situation. Sorry, it's a bad situation. That's okay. It's a worst case situation. Maybe something. It's a forecast in the future. From my experience, if somebody tell you or the vendor tell you, yeah, we have a best machine learning to forecast at 90% accuracy, it's not real. It's impossible. In use case, accuracy more than 50% is realistic to practice, because in the future, the environment have many feature and many factor in the future. You cannot predictive to most likely not high accuracy. If somebody tell you in best case, from my experience, 70% it's so best, very the best in the world. Okay, so after you have to predict in the future, the beyond of the data analytic organized prescriptive, and like tell you what should we do next, like AI or some assistant tell you, the data tell you and how to do the action in the future. And the data optimized for your organized for your hospital, and what is the minimum to do action and maximum for your action. For example, in same graph, is a number, divide number, for example, and a term for forecasting data. So the data tell you, oh, if the future in this case, what should you do? And if the data show you this case, what should you do also? And this graph is also, the data can tell you this type like AI. It's a 4-type prescriptive. Okay. I would like to wrap up this slide again because you are management or the ordinary user, you are not a technical. This is a very understand. So descriptive type, 1 dimension of data. Diagnostic, 2 dimension. And predictive of forecast in the future, and optimization in your job, and assist to your plan. There's a prescriptive type. There's a basic concept. Okay. Next, interoperability. We saw interop. For example, the data in hospital. Today we most likely use a HR7 or something. The data from a doctor, like electronic medical record, or the another app for link with public health. Or data from laboratory information system, or another application, or the human like a employee management software, like a Oracle PeopleSoft, for example, and okay, like it. So this is the same. Or you have some device, medical device, and it's missing, okay, a financing data. If each department tell you, okay, my data, you cannot catch up them, you cannot. Your organize is cannot go to the data analytic department, the data analytic hospital. The data transformation is not occur, is not appear in your hospital. Every department should to share some data you rated. For example, you are biomedical engineer, you have the data of machine. Okay, this is basic. Finance also, yes, you know, you should know because some device it this commission or not. And frequent of use, you need to link with HIS on some nurse data when the doctor ordered it or order use the machine. We say interop. For example, the data interoperability of biomedical engineer. This is a basic graph. The x-axis, this mean time, and the y-axis represent cost and revenue. So, for example, this graph show about defibrillator. When the machine is uses of life, cost of maintenance is so high. This is basically. So fixed cost is the depreciation of accounting from fixed cost. And this one will have a variable cost, for example, part when you buy some spare part of operating cost. The everything of cost, we say total cost. And revenue represent this graph. So different is mean profit. Or another value depend on your appropriate in your work. So where the data come from? Okay, from device, maybe BME department, accounting, for example, and spare part. You need to data from supply chain management or procurement department, and a revenue. You need to data come from finance. If, for example, in this case, you have one department, two department, three department, four department. You need to link and data can operation ability to all data, and you can to calculate a profit of the data. If you cannot calculate about the profit, and maybe your hospital risk and stake should close your hospital in the future. This is for example. Okay, about 5 minutes for discussion in this topic. And can you give an example of the data concept 4 step in terms of a BME, like a diagnostic, descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive? You can type in the chat. I would like to know what do you think, and can you give an example, pain point of data in your job, in your hospital, in your country? Okay, please share your experience for me.
For the participant, please share the experience that the speaker already asked you. I'm not sure that some of the guys wake up yet or not. However, please share.
Okay.
Please share, because your information is really valuable for us. So can you please give an example of the data concept for 4 steps in terms of BME? What do you think? For a diagnosis, the descriptive, predictive, or prescriptive? And please give an example of the pain point of the data interop in your job. Please share, or in the case if you are not available to chat, so just please type something in the chat box. Are you
Okay.
there?
Okay.
So you there?
I would like to a small talk with some participant answer type in the chat. From my experience in Thailand, the pain point of data interop about another department cannot share data, and hospital director would like to know this machine is work good or not, and this machine is make a high profit, and which machine not high profit but need to operate in your hospital because of safety or some ethic, and some department cannot share data. Biomedical equipment cannot know what is the output, and if some department share the data and data is different type, for example, most likely use an Excel like a .csv, for example, and some department share the data in the picture, and what next to do into the future is a pain point from my experience. So if you need to work in data analytics in the future, hospital director or your team to discussing, okay, we'll have a image of the data and how to apply or analyze your image into my work. And for finance or accounting department, would you like to know a cost of maintenance or the cost of fixing, cost of repairing of the machine and the sharing with the data? Okay, you show the Excel. Okay, I prepare data Excel for you. Okay, I need to like for example Power BI or Looker, the new platform in from Google. Okay, with the sharing on the Google platform, for example, this easier to make it data analytic in idea. And okay, I think we talk some alone. Okay, go ahead. Okay, next topic, machine learning or AI. I think everybody know what is machine learning and what is AI. The machine learning is some models, some algorithm, some formula condition, and make it data from historical, and to make a forecasting in the future. For example of a ML, machine learning, in previous time, everybody know linear regression. This is like a ML in the previous time, and all tools in the previous time, SPSS or MATLAB, Studio, Excel, for example. And what type of ML? The ML about 3 types. The first type we say supervised. That means supervised. That means you know the output of the data already. For example, you have this column is a number, and it's a device, name of device, and status of machine. For example, blood pressure monitor, defib, and ventilator. And status is service, and status is operate and operating. For example, the data, the output of the data. Say that is, for example, to data true or false, and you have a more data. Sorry, A device, B device, C device, and you cannot output. You cannot know output. The machine learning, they learn a three record, three data that you have, and you predict it. Okay, device A maybe service or not. Device B service or not. Device C or not. We say this model is supervised of machine learning. Okay, crystal clear. And the second type, unsupervised. Unsupervised is opposite of the supervised. For example, also, I have a number of device and startup. Cost, okay, for example. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, same situation, B, blood pressure monitor, defibrillator, ventilator. Okay, status is I would like to easy 1 or 0 and sorry, false, true, and true. Cost about $200 and $100 and $1,000. What is your output expected? You didn't know what is the output, but unsupervised machine learning can clustering. Clustering is different classification clustering. The machine learning can clustering the group or the machine automatic. In this case, maybe 2 class, maybe for example, depend on the tuning of the machine learning. Maybe low cost and high cost. The group of low cost is number 1 and number 2, and the high cost is number 3, for example. Or the another model, maybe clustering 2 groups also, but a different feature, maybe good condition and high cost, and bad condition and low cost. Good condition and high cost is ventilator, and low cost maybe blood pressure. For example, this means unsupervised. So the use case of unsupervised, many people would like to know clustering of the group of some item in your inventory, in your group, in your patient, in your customer. Okay, I would like to please cap skin, catch up. I would like to delete. Okay, and third type, the last type is the reinforcement. Reinforcement is different as 2 types before. So if you match model or the machine learning learn, okay, this one is correct, the model get the reward plus 1 point, and model wrong and predict wrong output and minus 1 point. The model like AI or deep learning, because of this model can learn, okay, that's correct, okay, plus 1, ping pong. like some baby in when you're young. Okay, do that. You do that. Is true. Okay, grab your hand up. Plus 1 point. Okay, the baby, you cannot do that. Okay, minus 1 point. The model is learn and memory this pattern. 3 types of machine learning. This is basic. Okay, and what about AI that easier? AI like a human and human behavior specify and ability to think and make decision. And today AI have many different types. For example, you can surf in your internet, have many and a lot of the generative AI. So what are different AI and generative AI? That means AI is a name of technology, and AI can apply or optimize technology for your organize, for your work, only you. We say generative AI because you need to learn some model and to train something in your work for appropriate in your work. We say generative AI. And today well known as open AI from popular AI from ChatGPT and Bard in the AI chat from Google and Bing like AI from Microsoft and like a chat. So Midjourney is an image generator. If you need to some picture about medical device, for example, I need to education of the nurse about how to use ventilator for carefully, and you don't have a picture, you can take a Midjourney or from ChatGPT Dory. You can take it as like make it generate image a ventilator and nurse take care of the nurse carefully, or a worst case situation to not open your mind of a nurse about some nurse to broken a ventilator in ICU. You can generate that the picture. It's not for free. Some brand you need to purchase, for example, Midjourney is not for free. Dory is not for free. But Bing have a Bing image generator. Is that free? Okay. And what about tool of ML? So maybe yesterday you learned about a Google Colab Lite, right? Google Colab from the take of machine learning, and Jupyter is standalone program, but not easier for the ordinary user, if for developer. And I prefer the new tools for user machine learning. And if you are a doctor, if you are a pharmacist, if you are housekeeper, if you are biomedical engineer, you can learn it. I think Google Colab is maybe so many code, a Python code, and I offer data equal.
May I
Data equal.
interrupt you? Yesterday we learned on the Google Colab. Yeah.
Okay. And the sample from the data equal. The left side, You can see a pathway and some diagram, for example. Okay, you insert the data and you clean the data. For example, you can split the data, you can group the data, you can count this thing, you can join the data, and you can source the data, and this output of machine learning. That easy. Don't need a code. Click only, click, 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 and the output of the right side, the machine learning is true or false. And the number one is true. And number zero, like a blue color, is false. And feature important to affect this model, this output. For example, the output is a probability of two, maybe 80%. That's easy. Oh, anyway, you can learn the data equal that free. The program is free, and you can learn it free also. And this program is made for ordinary user, non-coding. If the left picture for this one, you learn core designer and how to design the pathway of the data equal program. If you understand, okay, what this icon, what is to do, and what is pathway, first step, middle step, and last step, and you take the machine learning practice. And if you learn in this class, and you can next step advanced designer for the tuning of the machine learning and advanced some code. And if you have a lot of feeling now, you can take a course of developer and ML ops. ML ops, that means when you use the machine learning online processing real time, this is beyond of the machine learning. So I think this one is okay, it's enough. Core design is 7 course. You can learn it free in the academy.dataequal.com. So I would like to declare I'm not a salesman of dataequal, you know, but I learned that program that free, and you have learned many things from dataequal about machine learning. Okay, the summary of a ML or AI. So ML is a subdivision of AI and focus from the historical data to make a new data. And the AI a symmetric look like a human. Okay, that's all. That's easy. If you would like to take a ML and you interest thing to machine learning, I think the data equal is a best option for you. Okay. Okay, the principle and the basic is finished. So after that, the real use case for very real use case. Okay, this topic we're talking about AI use case discovery. This means how to use AI in your hospital, because the AI nowadays in the world have many type, and how to use this. 4-step guideline from my teacher expert from Dr. Thanachart, Mr. Thanachart. And 4-step. The first step, you need to understand the AI. What the AI can do. For example, ChatGPT, Dory, or Bing image generator. So many, for example. And the next step, matching generative AI and user. You need to know what the pain point of the user and generative AI can use and matching. If match this, okay, AI can help a user. And then you need to reach estimates because AI made from human. Human can probably an error. And AI may be error also. So in healthcare, the error is everybody in healthcare don't like an error, but you need to read assessment of the error when the AI execute of the output, and everything need to expected of the value. First step guideline. Okay. Step 1, understand generative AI. What can generative AI do? ChatGPT, Bard from Google, or Bing image generator from Microsoft, and transform to action verb. Action verb is not a running, eating, swimming, not there, not a grammar of the English, but transform to action verb. For example, summarize of, analyze of, identify in, or classify in. Example, identify category in medical equipment, for example. This is how to transform action verb, or some rise of service report in biomedical equipment department, for example. Summarize of, identify of, analyze of, whatsoever in action verb. Okay, understand generative AI and transform the feature of AI to action verb. Second step, matching AI. So now you know what is AI can do, but you not yet know what the pain point of the department, what the pain point of the user. You should to understand and find a problem and study in your department, study your team, study your organization, different department, different problem, different hospital, different problem, different country, different problem. Or task like, some activity in your department and match the action verb. For example, in this case, summarize of, okay, we are biomedical engineer, summarize of a survey report, summarize of a cost of maintenance in defibrillator device, for example. If math, you can use that AI. Second step is not too difficult, that's easy. And third step, risk assessment. So if AI makes a mistake, what is the risk impact? What is the risk impacted? So if you use AI for diagnostic, oh, sorry, diagnostic symptom of patient. If AI make a big mistake, what is the risk? Oh, this is many of risk. And how much you can accept that mistake? If the AI, so in general, AI can mistake a little or a few, depend on your tuning of the AI model. So, and you can accept that AI mistake. Yeah, I accept, or somebody say, oh, I cannot say accept. And you can, another method to check AI doing right or wrong, you need to risk assessment. And I have a risk assessment framework from my experience when your hospital use AI about 2x2 metric. So we focusing on the frequency of your job, frequency of your activity or your task, and risk impact. If your activity frequency is so high and risk impact is so high, I think you avoid to use the AI. Avoid only because frequency is so high, impact is so high. Like a crash boom, not work. But if your frequency is so high and the risk impact is low, AI is work and well done. You can use AI and AI can help you very useful. So in the other hand, frequency is low and risk impact is so high. You can use AI, but you choose to put the human in the loop, like you need to human double check it. And if your job is frequency is low and risk impact is low, AI may be not useful. You can use AI, but I think you cannot utilize of the AI not 100%. I think your decision about another tools. Okay, that's clarify framework. Anyone have a question? Okay, I think no. And the last
Have
step.
the questions, Kun
Okay.
Chanawuth. Okay.
Okay.
From Mr. Franklin, he said AI should be trained to as an ML algorithm, or how could it determine if a result is correct? Is correct?
Oh, sorry. Time is chat.
Chat box.
Should be
Yes.
trained to as an AI algorithm, or how could determine it? AI can train machine learning algorithm, but how could determine if result is correct? You okay in this slide. You have a methodology of the AI doing right or wrong before. This is basically, for example, like a AI diagnosis of chest X-ray patient. So if AI mistake, methodology to approve, may I right or wrong? So the radiologist doctor to approve it. So this is the first step. You have to methodology of the approve before. And for this case, AI is different machine learning. Please different. Machine learning is not too complexity because some basic formula and learn historical data. AI is also so, but some commercial vendor tell you we have AI, we have AI, we have AI. Please decision and please thinking what is AI or what is machine learning. In Thailand, many vendor use a machine learning and tell you we have AI and sell you product. Okay, I think crystal clear.
Okay, he said that he did the question before, see the risk assessment framework, and he think that double check could solve it. I agree for a double check. What do you
So in this sorry. Okay. For in this case, why I tell you avoid, because the frequency is so high and impact is so high. If you put a human to approve in this loop, human may be error. So because we are talking about how to use AI in your work, the purpose of the project is a reduce of your workload, reduce of the human workload. But if you put the human in this loop, I think AI is not work in this project. So your problem and your proposal may be mistake. Okay, that's so clear. Okay, final step. Everything can expected out of value. For example, in general, we say ROI, return of invest. Some AI is for free, some AI is freemium, not free, and some AI is that you need to subscribe or the purchase permanent license, and you can calculate. For example, cost of maintenance reduced or not, and safety is increasing or not, workload reduced workload or not, or the sale volume is so high or not, or your quality is improved or not. For example, you can calculate. So for example, in this case, if you take a summary of service report in biomedical engineering department, and maybe the workload of a biomedical engineer can reduce, and the cost of maintenance will be reduced. For example, okay, if marketing department use the AI in the hospital, maybe expand sale volume, or knowledge center or quality management center use AI, quality, every quality in hospital may be improving. Okay, that's clear. Okay, go ahead. Now you know the basic of the data analytics management about ingestion, store, process, output, and the type of output and the fault type, and machine learning and AI, and what are different, and how to use AI in your hospital. And you know what is the data type or the how to processing real time or based on many things. So when you use the data analytics in your hospital, may be confused. I offer a data analytic canvas. Data analytic canvas, this framework is created by Mr. Chanawuth. So, and I bring this framework to apply in my work and my customer from another hospital that is powerful and can work in the best practice. For example, okay, please focus to this canvas because it's so many complex and pretty intense. Okay, first of all, we focus on value top precision. So what are pains and gains? Like what is your problem? What is your problem now? Like a cost so high, or your machine is high turnaround time and long for maintenance, or your machine have a frequency of the broken. Every month is broken. This is a problem, for example. Or if you cannot imagine what is your problem, and okay, you are the perfect team, you are the perfect your hospital, and you can take a vitamin or more that again can improve quality, for example. Please define your problem before. First step. Second step, which is your target? Your target is a equipment. Your target is a ICU department. Your target is a outpatient department or inpatient department, or whatsoever, which is your target. You can probing of the target like up to the target is a ventilate the machine only depend on your appropriate and how to deploy all the result. For example, you choose Power BI. You choose yesterday you learned already Google Colab or some Excel or web application, or take some document or memorandum for example. And this step 4, what are expected outcome, like you can return of investment in this step. The outcome is a cost of maintenance reduced, more reduced, for example, reduce 50%, for example, and ventilator broken from frequency of broken 1 time per month to 1 times per year, for example. Okay, and if you define of benefit, bring to this one the data. What data you will use? Okay, history of maintenance of data, cost of maintenance, and procurement cost, utility cost, for example, and what technique you will employ, like this one you use to ML or regression or not clustering classification, Chanawuth, for example, and use AI, and what type of AI, ChatGPT, blah, 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 what technique do you use? And which department you are related, for example, okay, first of all, you are biomedical engineer, or you work with the accounting department, procurement department, inventory department, or a quality department, or finance department, for example. Because you need many type of the data, like interoperability and how to evaluation. Which your data type is success, which the data analytic is success, you can evaluate of this model. For example, reduce 50%. If model is reduce the cost of maintenance 50%, your project is success or not. So if you reduce 70%, it's a best case, and what is your plan? That means if the model of the data analytic project about 50% in your plan, what's the next plan? Okay, 50% is okay. If finished, everything is complete. It's not practical in your work. So if the 50%, what the next plan? Oh, okay. I think 30% is too below, but your team discussion or brainstorm and rearrange of the data analytic canvas in the 3 months goal. Sorry, in the 3 months, next 3 months, can to improve 30% to 70%. For example, I think it's not too difficult. If difficult, please type in the chat. So next slide is details of the each box, value per position, target unit, deployment, benefit, data, technique, stakeholder, evaluation, and action. So from my experience, this canvas is very, very powerful. I have experience not only in healthcare analytics, but also another analytic like retail, supermarket, and manufacturing about garment and the shoe and the soccer for so many industry. This canvas is powerful for non-technical to understand it, what is the data analytic can do. And this slide is the pathway. Number one, I would like to wrap up again. Number one, what is your problem? And which is your target? Target is an equipment or department, or how to deploy with your tool, Power BI or something like a tools, for example, and what are expected, outcome expected, and data you will use, and technique. What is your technique? Clustering, regression, machine learning, AI, and which department to be involved with your data analytics, and evaluation and action. If you have a free time, you can take a note or the brain dump of your idea to this canvas, and I recommend you brainstorm with your team about 4 or 5 people to discussion. And you can read many article my teacher to Medium on the Facebook. Okay, and next part about apply to the data analytics from patient journey to BME. I'm not sure. You know what does that mean? Patient journey. If somebody know, please type in the chat. If somebody never know before, please type in the chat also. What is sorry. What is mean of patient journey? 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Patient induction to exit. Yes, exactly. Very good. Okay. So the concept of patient journey from customer journey. What does it mean customer journey? Everybody is a customer when you go to a retail or supermarket or department store, convenience store. For example, you are a customer. When you in front of the supermarket, first step, this customer journey is start. You're looking for some item like a dessert, drinking, beverage from many things, and your payment of your item and bought it and exit to the shop. This is customer journey. Patient journey also. First step, appointment. So patient journey different hospital is different patient journey and different country patient journey is so different, but I think the concept is look like similarity. So first step, appointment of the patient and transportation. When the patient come to a hospital from ambulance, from private cars, from walk, or anything, or mass transportation like a SkyTrain, for example. And step 3, registration. Registration with the nurse or the talking and assessment your problem in today, and waiting and to examination with the doctor or some physician. After examination, doctor tell you, okay, you need to another treatment or special diagnosis in step 6, and everything is finished. You get the medicine. Actually, have step 6.5 payment before and get the medicine, and final step to access. So if you are biomedical engineer or not, but you are healthcare provider, you are healthcare employee in your country, in your capital, or what data do you have relevant to your patient journey? Please type in the chat. So what data you have about patient journey? For example, we are biomedical engineer, transportation, maybe data use of an ambulance, for example, or some medical device in ambulance, and registration to measurement about basic vital sign. You need to blood pressure monitor, pulse meter, for example, and examination. Examination in the examination room, maybe have a electronic bed or some equipment and the treatment and special diagnosis. I think most likely of biomedical engineer related about this part because of this step have many equipment, but some hospital biomedical engineer involved with the pharmacist like a automatic dispensing medicine, robot, automatic, and exist. Okay, so come back to our job. We are BME. And what data do you have to related with BME jobs? Please type in the chat because data you work. If you a job like a service, what the data do you use? Data detail of equipment, category, age, cost of purchase, maintenance, for example, and maintenance of equipment. This part may be a lot of data. And purchasing, training, what data do you to use in the training? Like
May I
this.
disturb you, Kun Chanawuth, because we
Oh,
have a
sorry.
question in the chat box.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I have a question here. What metrics can be used to measure the success of data analytics interventions in the patient's journey?
Well, what metric can be used to measure the success of the data? A moment, please. Okay. Okay. I would like to this slide. If you are define what is your problem with clearly in this part, you know with yourself what is your metric. For example, you tell me patient journey, right? So what is your problem patient journey in your hospital? Waiting time or customer or the patient certification or the complaint of the patient. If you have a complaint of the waiting time from a patient journey, from customer, the metric of the data analytic project of patient journey is a review of waiting time. Okay.
So it means that we need to take a look on our pain point first,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a pitfall when many people talking about data analytic. Okay, go. You use the data analytic, flow. But please conscious with your team. What is your or what are or is your pain point before? Because if you define the pain point not so clear, everything is broken. And you cannot make sure you can do activity. It's a mistake, like some pitfall. Okay.
So, Nabila, are you clearing that because of each hospital they you will have the different of the pain point. So that's why you should define clearly what is your pain point and just like set up the project for that and can
Yeah,
prioritize which one is the biggest problem, and then you try to reduce the problem, like the assignment that we already did before for like the SWOT analysis and also the canvas, lean canvas, and then come to the data analytic canvas, almost similar. Yes. Okay,
okay. I
we have
think she
another.
is crystal clear. Okay.
Yes.
So okay, I would like to tell you more. Thank you very much for good question. So if the patient complain your hospital about why the machine is why that machine in this hospital is so old, look like ancient and some broken. When we come to this hospital, the doctor tell me, I need to shift your next appointment because the machine is broken. The patient journey is a experience of the patient. You need to metric of the measure of the project about how to improve your uptime of the medical device, for example. Depend on what is your problem. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so next, okay, I forget. Okay, training, historical data, and you have a data inside data of the user error. Sorry, user error. User error is a big problem of how to solve that. So if you have the insight of the data, why that user make some task to error, you can improve it or control the vendor. So biomedical engineer cannot do everything in hospital. If you can do, I think you can do that. But if you cannot do, you need to assist that like some vendor or the buy some service contract, how to control vendor with the data. For example, vendor can income in your hospital on time or not, 50% or 80% or 10% in on time. Maybe this vendor, you need to do change vendor and manage spare part like inventory management. Which part to use frequent? Which part 2 year is not to use, but is stored in your inventory now? I think you should be to decommission this part or move out to your inventory. And which part to expensive? Which part is not expensive, is low cost? You need to know to manage spare part. And in 3 months ago, which part activity? Oh, the part A, part B, part C. Part B is look like a content of use, but part A is oh, what happened in this month? for example. And do you remember this cycle again? What data you have relevant to medical device journey? What data? I told you last week this of cycle planning. What the data do you need to planning and assessment of medical device? Budget and finance. You need to relate it with the finance or accounting department. And how to select. I think some device you have the best selection, you have the best procurement process, but you got device is bad quality. Okay, this is past time. Nowadays, what the data maybe to happen? That is the problem in your canvas. You can take it out, or installation and commissioning. Maybe some logistic or training. And the data for operation, like a user data. If you have a discovery of user data a lot, maybe you can see the insight and cost of why a user take some activity and user error. And maintenance and repair is basically. So for example, what about data from medical device category or subcategory? For example, blood pressure monitor and free mercury. For example, this is a category and subcategory. And life nowadays, the life is 2 years or 15 years. For example, cost of maintenance is, I told you in the graph, I think you will remember. Graph of break even point and history of maintenance. So this part I going to expand a real use case because the history of maintenance like a free tech. And vendor profile I told you already, and cost of machine broken or the many things. Okay. Okay. The application of the data analytics from patient journey to biomedical equipment engineer. So this is a summary. You need to understand the basically because everyone are a customer and empathize if you are patient in your hospital. And then what do you do in your hospital? Right? By bullet. Blah, 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 service maintenance, formatting, blah, 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 blah. And bring this concept to divide everything part is the data. A lot. You can link everything. Okay, this is summarized of application concept. Okay. Okay, the final topic of this program, we talking about a use case, real use case from my experience. So this is a limited of time. I cannot tell you all from my experience. I select it's a best practice and you can approve in your work? Okay, first of all, the basic, if you need to analytic in your hospital, you should to write a diagram end-to-end analytic. For example, in this picture, this part is ingestion. Do you remember? And ingest and then store. Ingest, store, and then process. Process. This part is process. Ingest, store, process, and output. This one and output. This one and output. 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 Okay, it's basically. Okay. Please capture. I'm going to clear this slide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. For hospital or your biomedical equipment department, what the data did you have? Internal data, Excel file, CV file, or external data if you have, and ETL like a extract transform load. Okay, I wouldn't to explain that, and data lake I wouldn't. It's so some technical. This is not your job. And data warehouse, where store in your department, store in your hospital server, and what's output? Sorry, which output type for your customer? Like for executive management, need to dashboard like to report or dashboard for Power BI, for example, a Looker, or machine learning, or AI if you want. And who are your customer? A nurse, finance department, pharmacist, for example. I think biomedical engineer can write the diagram end to end, hopefully. I think. And if you write this diagram, you can found that, this part is weak point of my team. For example, this part is advantage. Oh, okay. For example. Okay, first use case, if you write this diagram end-to-end pipeline analytic, you will initiate to understand about what the data analytic can do. Cool. Okay. First use case, improve quality medical technology service with NLP. So this is data from maintenance and data. It's Thai language, so but you can see, understand, and you know the device in your hospitals. Some device not frequency broken, but a downtime of broken is so high, so wrong. But some device is high frequency of broken, but turnaround time is short. So I should Google Colab to classify of the machine, and then you found the machine of about bed electric, blood pressure monitor, and dental unit, or some endoscope, and ultrasound therapy stem or infusion pump. So, and this graph about 3,000 category device maybe. And if you take a powerful resource, 1,000 device is not best. You need to select, but which device is so impact. And in blue color and green color, you choose to accept of the risk, acceptance. So the red color, this device is problem. For example, you can select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 device from 3,000 device in one click. And you can learn a tutorial of this device and export course to this. I would like to show you because it's my YouTube. That's it me. It's same teachers. So you can learn and study everything in this video. Okay, go ahead. And after we select in 6 device in one click, I use is NLP from neutral language processing to cut off the free text when technician input a detail after finish job. For example, in the unit, you can see, oh, the big problem about the suction. Oh, sorry. The suction of unit. And data type language. So for example, battery. And problem about of the accuracy of the blood pressure, for example. So about NLP, the best language is English because each word separate by space. For example, what and space is easier to the cutting of word. But in Thai language, some word to combine A word and B word and difficult to cut off word. If you have use English language in your hospital, it's so powerful when you use neural language processing. Another case, hospital. The most employee of hospital is a nurse, so the cost of pay to mandate of a nurse is so high also. So if you plan or provide a mandate of nurse, you need to know tomorrow how many beds in your hospital, how many people in your hospital to forecasting in your future. You can make all the plan about a nurse mandate and how to improve discharge of patient time. For example, about of patient when discharge 342 minutes. It's so high. How to reduce a discharge time? For example, time for doctor time for something I would like to hidden layer, and time for pharmacist, time for finance like a cash or insurance or welfare in your hospital. Overall, time is so high. For example, maybe this layer, this problem, because it's so high, or payment. Oh, 200 minutes. What happened? You can reduce this process. And you can know why patient discharge in afternoon, why patient cannot discharge in the morning. For example, this means day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Saturday. And this time, the data show represent about Saturday can discharge in the morning, for example, and some another data about in afternoon can allow or allocate chat to this, but a patient not waiting time so long or improve in the morning. For example, this is an action. After this project, I make time faster 50% and discharge time faster 50%. So, and patient complaints decrease 50%. So this project occur after COVID-19 situation. So, nurse or many staff drop out from hospital. I think problem is a our country, and compensate cost reduce 50%, and patient will return change increase 85%, they will return. Okay, next use case. In hospital, the doctor input many data in electronic, like electronic medical record, and some text, some box, some feature the doctor need to affiliate it, like interpreted of the patient symptom, for example, the free text. The free text is main mistake a word, mistake a technical under policy or under health public regular in your country, or prohibition of abbreviation. For example, most likely hospital use DX. What does it mean, DX? Maybe diagnostic, or maybe bicycle code. For example, this prohibit to abbreviation in hospital. In previous time, also have a your nurse for the check. Okay, bring some paper and okay, wrong and correct, wrong, correct. It's so high workload and a lot of workload. So we use auto verification medication record error with NLP. Take it easy. In Thailand, almost hospital use English language to interpret in electronic medical record and transform word, for example, patient to 0 or 1, for example, and check error. After check error, you can show 5% is mistake and 95% is correct. automatically. So this project to reduce the waste workload of MR nurse 80%. For example, okay, reduce medication dispensing error. So pharmacists, the job of a pharmacist for the dispensing medication to the patient before patient come back to home. So you can see the workload of pharmacist. This type we call a heat map analytic. This is a day and this is a time, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So you can see 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock is so high. And how we forecast dispensing volume about not with other bed. Sorry. That mean medication order number. And significant with admit bed, and you have some formula, some models, so you can predict if today have a bed about this number, medication order, maybe blah blah blah, and then you can provide pharmacist shift of pharmacist workload to serve them. And in a next case, improve skill in healthcare staff. So this use case from human resource. For example, 2x2 matrix. This one represent a competency, high competency or low competency, and the error. So if employee show that means high competency and low error. That's great. That's a talent, that best employee. But if some employee appear that, oh, competency is so high, but error is so high. Why? What happened? You need to explore the data to the more insight. And this one, okay, low competency and low error. Maybe new graduate employee or not, or low competency but high error. What happened? Low competency but high error, for example. So after this project, we improved customer certification 15%, and complaint of customer of patient decreased 70%, and revenue growth 30% because of patient based experience. So next use case about to forecasting which part will fall. I think it's so nearly biomedical equipment job. You can use a machine learning to predict which part of ventilator machine broken in 3 months, in next year, in next 2 years, for example. And housekeeping for hospital. So staff cost is so high, and hospital increase staff, but customer still complain why the toilet so dirty. So hospital director comment, okay, increase staff, but why? So in this case, use the technology from the IoT, like a door sensor, and install in the door. When door open, the sensor it detect count 1. When door open again, count 1 again. So, and show the heat map. You can see, time for cleaning is appropriate. Oh, on Monday about afternoon, this toilet is so high of consumer, but Tuesday is maybe this time, Wednesday this time, so Saturday is so contained. Maybe increase the staff or increase the time of cleaning in this time or in this time or in this time, for example. Okay, next use case, safety more and more safer quality medicine storage. So everybody know medicine
Kun Chanawuth, may I
control.
disturb before you go into the next topic because we have the questions from the chat box.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. One participant asked that how have we used data analytics to reduce medication dispensing errors? Please define again. She didn't get it. Yes.
Okay. Okay, because the time is to midday of I maybe to create tell you. So in general, in this dashboard have a more detail. This one, but I cannot show you. So the cost of medication error in this case from pharmacist competency. Pharmacist maybe forget or dispensing error, wrong patient or wrong medication and not the wrong time, and the team analyzed and found that a workload is so high and the error is significant in the time. The error will be shown in that time also, but in midnight or night, the error of medication dispensing is not found. So now we know, okay, dispensing error is significant with a workload and time, and we prepare pharmacy staff for forecasting. Okay, today maybe made order number, we increase the staff and find a competency staff also. Some staff is a new graduate, low competency and low error. It makes sense, but some staff high competency, it high error. Why? We need to bring this staff to training or not? Or what is the best role? Best low error. I mean best error, low error, and high competency. Can you copy this role to friend of pharmacist? Can you do? For example, I'm not sure. Clarify. This can be error of setting. Oh, I mean dispensing error when patient final process after payment and bring some medication back to at home. And about error of saline pump and infusion pump like IV asset, right? So from my experience, I don't have experience analytic this in this problem, your problem. So in this case, if the pinching error about sighting or infusion pump analytic, I recommend you explore your data and need to analytic canvas. Your problem is a dispensing error in IV solution, IV medicine for saline pump. This is your problem. And take a look at the pathway of this canvas. Okay. Okay. So when you install a new refrigerator of medicine, so a temp cannot control under 2 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. Some device so high, but average, if you show average of temperature is about 6 Celsius degree is okay, but when you see the line of the trend of the gap, it's not safety, and the quality of medicine may be mistake, and this device over high and over low. We need to adjust temp control of refrigerator, for example. You adjust control them, and after adjust, the data of temperature is so critical. You can sure and guarantee your medicine is high quality. And maybe last use case, chatbot for hospital staff. So in hospital, you have many sort of data, clinical guideline, environment guideline, pharmacy guideline, or many sort of data, and everyone know different. So for example, from me, or from doctor, from pharmacist, from nurses, and no different, and level of knowledge is so different, and communication is, in Thailand culture, when hospital staff talk about quality of care, it's so shy, not perform, and I'm not sure what is happening. So I create a chatbot and use to ChatGPT and create. So this one, because it's some the AI, I need to special approve about 2 people doctor. Approve the answer correct or not, and retraining again. So after I go live or execute runs a chatbot, internal communication up to 70%. So when staff a break, many staff to talking many things in the toilet, in the front of toilet, or behind of toilet. And 2 years ago, staff talking about what did your happen, Korean series drama, for another story. But today, the hospital staff talking, today we have a new policy about identify of the patient, and talking about, really? Yeah, you can ask the chatbot. This is perfectly, and you can use for the new policy work or instruction or work policy is not boring thing anymore. And staff can discuss quality standard. It should result in safer in the future. For example, this is a real use case. If every use case is real use case and real data, but I mock up a data and hide some layer. Okay, the last topic about use case for data analytics in hospital. Anyone have a question? Okay, I think no. So background is engineer, biomedical engineer, and I've studied of the data analytics, and I found that when many people talking about data, oh, the imaging of the ordinary people or complexity or too difficult of I have not have the ability and sound look like somewhat too difficult and to calculate. So it's a technical word or the web or what is regression, what is F1 score or it's like some nurse a person. So I execute about how to break the ice of data analytics. I think data analytics is the basic of every people, every job. So I create a data analytics card game licensed by me. So, okay, this one. So when your team or your organize or hospital or some another industry, if a reader to implement the data analytics for employee and employee to afraid about data, the card game is break the ice. And the output of the when we use it analytic card game, all gender and all age can access and fun and easy to gain the knowledge, fun, and you have knowledge together. If you don't so serious a knowledge of data, you can pay for free time, it's okay. But if you have to retraining about data analytics, this card is to improve your skill also. Every position, every job, every occupation, so and available to measurable, you can take a pre-test, post-test, or for anything, and you can contact for advice about how to use this data analytic game card for your organize with link it to me to this. Okay, so last word I would like to tell you two are not result. Many people say you should take a collab, you should data equal or not, you should ChatGPT, but it's not a result. But value and logical thinking that is important. Or for example, Miss Nabila tell me how to make sure about customer patient analytics. Okay, the value is need to measure and logical. What is your pain point that is important? Two is not important. Okay, please remember. And a book you can further reading about fundamental modern system from Thai people and business analytics and data management at scale. So how to organize with the data big at scale more and more. And further watching, you can follow up me to YouTube. I have to analytic about beauty pageant analysis and what is the best approach to data analytic. So these two clips in English version, and you can follow up me in the YouTube at 01 PUMPLAY. Okay, finished all. And I would like to know what are the key takeaways from this class. Did you receive? Please type in the chat what key takeaway to a short word or short sentence. Please feel free completely. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay, thank you very much, Kun Chanawuth. So anyone, if you have some questions or if anything not clear, you can directly ask to Kun Chanawuth. We still have some times. Or if you're not convenient to turn on your microphone, so you can always typing.
Please follow up me.
Okay. You ask, you're looking for the higher subscribe.
And I have some GitHub for basic customer analytics or and this one to streamline healthcare. How to biomedical engineer use data analytics for organized in medical equipment. In English version, I write by myself and take a lot to create this article.
So it's very interesting. So okay, this is the free online for the documents that you
Yes,
okay. This is a free journal, right?
I will show you in this article.
Okay.
It's for free.
Okay, so it's very useful for biomedical engineer guideline how to use the big data and the data
Yes.
analytic, because normally for the healthcare sectors they always use the data analytic but not into the BME. So that's why I think that is very useful in this.
And GitHub, there's for free. Also, we have a 5 chapter. You can learn everything about the customer. What is the basic customer? So, why I focus about customer? Because customer is the human. If you understand what a human activity, you can understand device, because device is easier than human.
So we had the questions from the chat box before. Someone asked that, okay, who is the customers? Only the patients. So I just in my point of view, I answer that, okay, sometimes in the hospital, the customer is not only the patients. Sometimes they can be the visitors, also the patient's family also. So that's why the customer that we are talking about. And okay, we have another question from the chat box. The key takeaway from this lecture is the insight about the application of data analytics in these different steps of the hospital journey. Thank you very much. Oh, okay, thank you too for his sharing. So it means that, okay, the thing that we are sharing now is useful for you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Another message from Mr. Amal. Key understanding to take away as biomedical engineer, we also give more role than what currently we involved, right? That's why we are setting up the cost of the upskill of the biomedical
Yes.
engineer, because we can do more, not only taking care of the medical device, just fixing and maintaining. Right now, I think that we have more important roles in the healthcare sector, so that's why.
Yeah, I agree, Ajahn Sunil. Upskill for biomedical. Yes.
Yes.
You have to more job and more work in the future also.
Yeah. But from the idea that Khun Chanawuth sharing us right now is not only for the operation level, but I think that it's useful for someone who gonna go to the managerial management team, because after you get the data and do the data analysis, you can go for the set up the strategic planning for the department or in the bigger sector. So I think that is very, very useful. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I think another country from in this class. So I think have a expert about technical in data analytics in the local in country, but so use case of management maybe some a few use case. I think it's useful for them.
Mm-hmm. So the first step before you get the big data and go to the data analysis first, please keep your data to collect your data, because it's a useful thing that you should have first before you go to the analysis step. Just start for collecting your data in many, many ways. Yeah. Okay. Anyone want to share more? Okay, maybe you don't have idea right now, and okay, key point to take away as BME is logical thinking, right? Exactly. Okay, thank you, Nabila, for sharing. So I think that in the case, if you don't have the questions right now, always that you can type us to the chat box. Okay, maybe the chat box will be closed soon, and you can always send the question in the WhatsApp group. And then if we cannot answer, we're gonna pass the questions to our speaker. And I think that Khun Chanawuth will have appreciately to answer us and
Yes,
chatting with
yes.
all of your guys. Okay. Okay. He's sharing the academy Daiku. Or Aiku.
Data
Aiku.
equal,
Data
data
Aiku.
equal.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
there's a
Okay.
platform for
Mm.
everyone, every user. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a knowledge about a technical data now, you can start learn
Mm-hmm.
this platform. This is so easier than Google Colab. It's no
Uh-huh.
coding.
Okay. Is free, right?
Yes, for free,
We
for
always
free.
do for free because some of the program, nowadays they have the license, and the limitation is okay. The yearly license is not the cheap.
You can take a free in data equal
Uh-huh.
program, but some limited of the feature. For example,
Okay.
you cannot ML real-time machine learning. If
Mm-hmm.
you use to real-time, this part is the beyond expert technical. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a basic design and
Mm-hmm.
basic machine
Mm-hmm.
learning is for free. This is important. It is enough for the ordinary user.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing. This is my first time to hear the data also. Okay. It's, open my eyes for bigger points of view. Thank you very much, Khun Chanawuth, today for your very informative and very useful for our participants here. And okay, thank you very much for all participants that you joining us today. And okay, we're gonna see each others again in the afternoon, because it's gonna be the lecture. Because someone still have the question. Okay, we talk a lot about the machine learning and about the AI. What exactly it is? So we're gonna go back into the background and
Yes.
introduction of the AI. So in this afternoon, our guest speaker is a professional in the AI in the medical
Oh,
fields research. He is a full professor from Rangsit University.
oh, that's
Professor
great.
Suti gonna share with us in this afternoon. So please join us at 1 p.m. Thai time in the afternoon in Thailand, but maybe your morning. Okay, thank you very much, Khun
Thank you
Chanawuth.
very much.
Thank you very much.